What's up guys, Hector here. Wow, it's been a long time since the last time I did a video posted on YouTube, and I realized it's been a long time, so I was like, look, let me shoot a quick video, talk about a very important topic that not many people talk about and that is very common in all the soccer players and in all athletes. So yeah, let's just go straight into it. So today guys, I want to talk to you about confidence. Okay, so if you're like any normal soccer player out there, you've at least one game, or at least for a moment in your life, you experience, doubting yourself, or you experience that you're having a little bit less confidence on your game, of yourself. You're a little bit anxious. You're a little bit more nervous before a game. And look, that's totally normal. That's 100% normal. That happens to everybody. That happened to me many times when I played. Actually, this is a real story. Whenever I was in college, my last 2 years of college, I suffered a lot from having confidence in my game. I didn't have confidence in my game, and that affected my overall performance. So this is something very important to talk about, because not many people address this. Whenever you talk about a soccer player, or whenever you're talking to a player and all that, it's all about the performance in the field. But what people don't understand, and what players and parents sometimes don't understand, is that if you're good here, if with yourself, your mentality, everything else that goes on in your feet and your performance is gonna be 100% easier. It's gonna be 100% better, because it's just the way it is, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to be good with yourself, and then everything just gonna fall into place. Okay, so if you suffer from confidence, you don't have confidence in yourself, this video is going to help you a ton. Again, I just wanted to come here and talk about this subject because people don't address it too much, and I'm going to give you 2 things that you can do to improve this. These 2 things are actually things that I did back in the day whenever I was suffering from that, and I still do it. Okay, and after I started doing these 2 things, I feel like my life completely changed inside of me, right? Because I was more confident on everything that I wanted to do. I was not more anxious. When back in the day, I had some anxiety attacks, something that I had never experienced before. I was stressed, but by doing these little tricks that I'm gonna give you, these little habits, that changed completely for myself. It helped me tremendously, and for sure, I guarantee you, it's gonna help you if you do it properly, if you do it right, and you practice it, and you become good at it. It will help you tremendously with whatever you want, for your soccer career, for whatever you want to achieve. Okay, so basically, whenever you're going through a period that you don't have confidence in yourself, that you're suffering from, you're a little bit nervous, you're a little bit anxious, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your touch, you feel, and that's a feeling that you only know when you're feeling it. Okay, it's kind of like you don't know how to share with anybody. It's something that you just feel, that you just know that you're not performing at your best, not because of your abilities, but because of what's going on in your head. Again, if you have that thought, it's totally normal. But the thing is that you need to do something about it, right? You cannot just sit down and not worry about it. It's like if you're not good with your left foot, you cannot just sit around and not work on your left foot. What would you do? Grab a ball, work on your left foot, then after a month, you're good with your left foot. Same thing. The mindset, the mind is literally the same thing. Right? And it's just as important, and I will say this, it is more important than working on your touches and all that, because this is the number 1 thing. If you're good in here, you have confidence, everything else is 100 times easier. So thing number one that you can do, reflect. Okay, so what do I mean by reflect? Reflect means that, for example, let's explain it in an example. Let's say that for the past 2 years, year 1, you score 5 goals, right? As a forward. Year 2, you score 6 goals. And then because you've been improving, your year 3 goal is to score 10 goals, right, in the year. And let's say there's 5 games left in the season and you've only scored 1. And, you start losing confidence in your game. You start losing, you start doubting yourself, you start having some anxiety or whatever, and the reason because that happened is because you're used to always perform better, always do better, always, having that mindset of always do better, which is fine, right? That's something I support. I believe that, we as human beings, we cannot put limits on ourselves. And whenever we achieve something, we have to set higher goals, higher. I achieve that. But at the same time, you also have to reflect, meaning, let's say it's year 3, 5, your goal of the year is to score 10 goals. You've only scored 1 goal so far. There's 5 games left. Instead of thinking, oh my God, I haven't scored the goals, oh my God, and losing confidence, just reflect. Have that thought, but at the same time be like, okay, yes, but look how good of a player I've become. Look how, first year I scored 5, last year I scored 6, I got better, I'm playing a lot. So reflect on all the improvements and all the things you've done. Or look at my movement as a forward, it's so much better. I have more assists than last year, maybe. Okay, so by reflecting on the things you've done so far, that takes the weight out of yourself, okay? Which allows you to have a clear mind and you can perform better, okay? So reflect, super important. Reflect on the things you've done. Second thing, gratitude, gratefulness. If you guys follow me and know me and have heard the things that I share on my Instagram stories, on past YouTube videos or whatever, you guys know that I'm a huge believer into that, in share gratefulness, share gratitude to the things that you have, the things that you've accomplished. So that's one thing too. You need to, reflect, but also share that gratitude of all the things that you've done, and share the gratitude to where you are. So again, this is another technique to take the weight out of yourself, because sometimes when you feel anxious and you feel your confidence goes down, it's because you are just looking, and you don't look down to see, oh, but I've done all this. So yes, let's reflect, but also share gratitude with yourself. Give thanks to whatever you believe in. It might be God, it might be whatever. Give thanks to that. All the things that you've been able to achieve. Give thanks, but thanks for the little things, right? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, look at the team that I'm playing for right now. Because you're looking at your goal, you forget about these things, but you didn't realize you were playing the best team in the state, for example, or the best team in the city. And you take those things for granted, but there are kids over there that don't have those opportunities and they wish they were in your shoes. So share gratitude for those little things that you take for granted. So number 1, reflect on everything that you've done. Number 2, share gratitude for the things that sometimes you take for granted. Okay, so those are the 2 things that you must do, or you can do, to help you with your confidence, okay? Now, how can you practice, or what can you do with those 2 things to actually, make it work? So the way I do it, and this is my advice to you to do it because I've done this and it has helped me a bunch, is through meditations and working on breathings. Okay, again, nobody talks about this, how important breathing is. Breathing is one of the most important activities for an athlete or for a top performer, whatever it may be, because having a good breathing technique allows you to stay calm, allows you to stay, on track of what you want to achieve. It doesn't let the stress come in. It doesn't let the anxiety come in. Okay, so how do you practice breathing? Through meditations. So I'm gonna give you right now in this video my meditation that is a 10-15 minute meditation that I do every day. I try to do it Monday to Sunday. Sometimes I don't do it, but I do it most days, all year round. Basically, the first thing that I do in the morning when I wake up early, I get up, brush my teeth, all of that. Then I go in my couch and I, put a relaxation music, or I use an app called Insight Timer. So Insight Timer, or I put a relaxation music that brings me peace. And I put the music and I close my eyes. The first thing that I do is I breathe slowly, trying to calm my body, and I focus on my breath. I try to not pay attention to anything else going on I just focus on my breathing. Then whenever I feel like I'm ready, that I'm in a relaxation state, I start visualizing myself in a very, very peaceful place that I've been to. Okay. I have some places that I've been to that bring me a lot of peace. It brings me it brings me calmness. So you have your own, that's fine. Just pick whatever place it brings you that peaceful, that peace in your mind. So then I imagine myself, I'm in that place, and then I think about 3 things that I'm grateful for. And I try these 3 things to be as simple as possible. For example, I'm thankful that I'm alive today. There's people that didn't wake up today, but I'm one of the people that woke up. I'm thankful that I'm alive, that I'm thankful that I'm breathing. I'm thankful that I can walk, I have legs to walk. I'm thankful that I can run. I'm thankful that I have food in the table. So by doing that, I'm reflecting, right? Because I'm thinking about things that sometimes I took for granted, and look what I have. And I'm also sharing gratitude, gratefulness. I'm giving thanks for the things that I have right now. Small things. It could be small things. It could be things that happened the day before. It could be, I achieved something that I wanted, or something happened that I wanted to have. I give thanks. And it could be more than 3. I just give you 3 is a good number to have, right? Like a set number to have. Then after I think about those things, now whenever I think about those 3 things, I feel the gratitude. So this is very, very, very important. Whenever you're thinking about these things, it doesn't count if you just think about it and that's it. No, you wanna, whenever you think about it, you wanna feel it. You wanna feel that gratitude. I'm a huge believer that the feeling of gratitude, of being grateful for something, is one of the most beautiful feelings in the world. You feel like you're happy, you have joy within yourself. So that's what you want to feel. Whenever you feel that is when you know that you're doing it right. So anyways, after I think about 3 things that I'm grateful for, you think about 3 things that you're grateful for, then go ahead and think about 3 things that I want to achieve. Okay, 3 things that I want to achieve, either in the day, either long term, either whatever. And pretty much I'm visualizing those 3 things. Okay, so by doing this, I'm working on my mind to attract those things. Now remember, I share gratitude that helps me being in a peaceful state. Then from that peaceful state, it is easier to visualize, right? And same scenario, whenever you visualize, you wanna feel, how does it feel? How does it feel scoring that goal? How does it feel playing a good first touch? How does it feel, I don't know, having good grades? Whatever you want to do, how does it feel? How does it smell? Everything. Visualize it as many details as possible, but from that peaceful environment, if you want to call it, within your mindset. Okay? And then, that's pretty much it. I basically do that every single day. I think about 3 things that I'm grateful for, that helps me reflect, and that brings gratefulness. And lastly, I think about 3 things that I want to achieve. Okay, that helps me visualize and help me attract those things. So why this could help you if you're suffering from, having low confidence in yourself? Because again, by doing this exercise, you're working on your breathing. Second, you're reflecting on the things that you have. Third, you're sharing gratitude. And fourth, you're attracting whatever you want to achieve that for some reason it's not happening. And the reason why it wasn't happening is because you were in a stress state. But by being in a gratitude state, in a peaceful state, those things come to you. Because that's the stage where you have to be whenever you visualize. Okay? Now, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not something that if you do it the first time, no. Whenever I did it, it took me a while to kind of like sit still and just relax, because you're sitting there, you have music, you start thinking about all the things you want to do, and you haven't even think about things that you're grateful for, or you get like frustrated, you get anxious or whatever. It's okay. That's totally normal. Because at the end of the day, just like whenever you want to work on your left foot and you need to get better on it and you have to do it every single day, and at the beginning you suck at it, but then the 10th day, a month after, you're really good at it. Same thing with this. It's a practice. That's why meditation, they call it, it's a practice of meditation. Is because the more you practice it, the better you get at it, the better results you get. Okay? So again, guys, this is it for today's video. Just a quick 15 to 18, 20-minute video. Just thought about, talking to you about something very, very important that coaches, parents, players don't talk about too much. They don't address it too much. And this is probably one of the things that makes the difference into becoming an average soccer player or an elite soccer player. The mindset. Because with a good mindset, everything else comes into place. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. And again, we'll talk soon, and hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.